not the people, Shane. Not the people. They came, I really appreciated it. We're supposed to do shows in Bangalore. And it was weird because, you know, sometimes you feel like something's about to happen, and then it does. That happened to us in Bangalore. Right? We're like driving to go to the venue, and after about an hour and a half of driving, I was like, where are we going? And the driver and everyone in the car was like, this is where we're supposed to go. I was like, okay, an hour and a half away? They're like, yeah. You know, we left everything. Like everything. We left like there was like a place with like all the shops and all like the, you know what I mean? And then at some point it was just like, where are we? You don't really know. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're driving and then it's like a highway, but it's not a highway. And then at some point, we just turned off the road. And then we're on like a dirt road, right? So it's like this mud, this dirt, now we're driving. And I'm like, where is this, like, am I performing in the past? Where am I, like, where am I going? And they drove us to this venue. Get out the car. There's no security, there's no nothing. So I'm like in the audience, with the audience, like trying to get into the show. And then there's like some people at the front and they're with the metal detector and the guy's then he's like, ticket? I'm like, no, I'm performing. I can't, he's like, ticket, where your ticket? And I was like, I don't have it. He's, no ticket, can't come in. I was like, well then, you're gonna have a bigger problem. I was like, because if can't come in, then no ticket. And he's like, ticket, and then we had a whole thing, this guy's fighting with me. I'm like, no, I'm the person who's supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be like doing the show, and then at some point they talk to him, and he's like, but where's his ticket? They're arguing back and forth. And the worst thing about being in India when people are arguing is that like, what I've noticed you do in India is, you'll speak your languages, like you'll speak Hindi, you'll speak Tamil, you'll speak whatever, but then you'll throw in enough English so that I know what's going on. So I know some shit is going down, I just don't know how it's gonna end. Because now, my team is fighting with the security guard, and the security guard's there, and he's like, ticket! And I'm like, no, I don't have that. Then the guy's like, Trevor, hold on, let's talk to him. Ticket, ticket, comedian, get your shimmy on stage. And he's like, ticket, but you're a fraud, get your shimmy. Is this a fraud? No, wait, Trevor, just wait. Tiga motos, ये है को तो किसी नॉन इसमें और उनकी लाइफ डिफिकल्ट क्या नहीं हो लगे माते हाथ से जिस माते no ये but just like man मोहने थे what makes it stupid can't get friend with them like whoa wait is he saying I'm stupid who's stupid what's going on here just enough words. Just enough. The worst one was, I could tell something's happening, right? Because the security guard doesn't want to let us in, And he's like, give a cut in the hat. And he's like, shape up my heart, you could put ne hai, not case comedian. And then he's like, what need a cup like afro? Comedian, afro. Trevor Noah can get my afro. And then the security guard's like, Jitman afro, Jitman, yes, Sai Baba. Going on until we got through, and I googled because the guy was with me and he was arguing with me saying that the only famous person he knows with big hair is Sai Baba. And I googled Sai Baba and I was like, you think I look like him? God damn it! I'm gonna use more sunscreen. Get some of these wrinkles away. So we go into the venue. Well, not in yet, not in. Because this place was outside. I don't know how to explain this to you, right? I hope I'm doing a good job, Mumbai, but imagine you drove nowhere. Right? You imagining nowhere? Good, you're there. That's where we were. So we were nowhere. And we're out of the cars, and now we're through this one security guard who's adamant. And now they're taking us backstage. Now, usually when I go to a show backstage, what happens is there'll be like an entrance that you walk into, and then you're in the venue, and then you'll emerge into like a backstage area before you're gonna come and perform. Here, we walked through an alley that was full of dogs, half of which were in cages. So like, There's dogs, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. I'm like, ah, and I jump, and then as I jump back, there's a cage up, and then the dog inside like, bah, 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 bah. And now I'm like, what, okay, what, like, because I want to, if some of these dogs are outside, what have those dogs done? That's what I want to know. I've never prepared for a show where the backstage area is dogs in cages. So then we go up, we get to this venue, we'll call it. I guess it was a building. Technically, like some of the structure, I guess, fulfilled the rules of what we'd consider a building. But the room was essentially like let's call it a semi-permanent tent, right? And then everyone was sitting in the room, was flat, there was like no screens, and there were giant air conditioning units on the side, but they were blowing hot air. So now, the people are sitting in the room, literally, that's all they're hearing. So Will comes on stage, right? Will, you remember Will? Will comes on stage, comes to like just meet the audience, talk to them, everything. He comes on, starts speaking. So they try and turn the sound up so that you can hear what's happening. But now because the room wasn't designed for human beings, what happens is the sound waves are now just bouncing around the room in every direction. So now when you say something, that's how it sounded. So the audience, understandably, goes, we can't hear, right? Now this is interesting. It broke down into different tiers. The people who were sitting in the front, they were fine, right? They were like, we're having a good time, right? The people in the middle were like, this is not the best show we've ever been to. The people at the back stopped the show and they started chanting together. We can't hear, we can't hear, we can't hear. And then the people in the middle started joining. Even if they could hear, they just liked the song. We can't hear, we can't hear. We can't hear. Now, because the 2/3 were chanting, the people in the front were also like, we can't hear, we can't hear. So now the whole room is chanting that they can't hear me. These ones are complaining that they can't hear because of those ones that can't hear, right? So this is all chaos. Just, we can't hear, wait. So I start, all right, okay. So I just come out to start the show. So I said, okay, what's going on, people? And the person in the front was like, they can't hear you. I was like, okay, can you not hear me? I was like, can you hear me? And the people in the back were like, no! I was like, it's weird that you just responded. That's pretty much the simple test. You know, like if I throw a ball at Stevie Wonder and he catches it, I mean, sort of prove something. But that irony fell short on them. So I was like, okay, let me go and try and fix this. So we had to go and try and fix the sound, right? So I come back, so you couldn't do anything. You couldn't do anything, right? Because the structure was the structure, the space was the space. We did not have the matter or the anything. Like we couldn't change what existed, right? And so I came back out and I said to the audience, hey, and then I realized what was happening. I slowed it down and I said, so what it means is, we're gonna give you all your money back, but the show has to be cancelled. And then, all of a sudden, the guy at the back stood up and he's like, we can hear you! No, Trevor, we can hear you! We can hear you fine, right? And then everyone was like, yeah, we can hear you! But they couldn't. I felt bad because they couldn't, but they were like, no, don't go. They were like, don't go. I was like, no, but I'm not going because I can't, they're like, you can't hear me. They're like, we will hear you now. We will hear you now. I was like, you can't, I'm not punishing you. I'm not like, I've never had that experience in my life, ever. But now, this was crazy. It's not funny now, but you know, comedy, as they say, is tragedy plus time. As time goes by, I think we're gonna start finding it a little funnier because there were moments that I thought were particularly interesting. I think moments that taught me a lot about India. First and foremost, I noticed how all the people with money were the great seats. They at the end were like, forget them. Just do the show. Literally, all the people in the front seats, all the Indians in the front were like, Trevor, they don't matter. Do the show. Do. Literally, everyone sitting here was like, don't go, don't worry. Look where they're sitting, don't worry. They're used to this. Go. It was interesting to see. I was like, okay, I feel like I'm learning a little bit about India here. People at the front are like, as long as the shit works for me, we're good. People in the middle were okay, and people in the back were fighting for their rights. So we had to leave. An hour later, I start getting tweets from people. Trevor, where are you? We are sitting here in the venue. We are waiting for you to come back on stage. It's very hot, please come back. I'm like, what do you mean you're waiting for me to come? I'm gone. So I messaged the person on Twitter. I was like, what do you mean when are you there? Are you there? What's the time? And they told the time and it was now. And I was like, no, I'm gone. They're like, no, the people in the venue told us you're backstage and they're trying to convince you to come out. So I was like, so these people have been sitting there for an hour now. So I said that's what I said. So on Twitter I said, guys, I'm not there. I apologize, but I'm not there. And so then the people in the audience were like, this is bullshit. And they had to leave. Now apparently leaving was such chaos that there was a traffic jam for like 2 hours. And so then people started ordering food. Food delivery guys came to the venue in the traffic. I've got videos of this. I've got videos that my fans have sent me, like online, of like literally them in the car and it's like beep 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 and it's like, oh yes, thank you. Hold on, yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, one large and one medium. Thank you very much. Thank you. Beep 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 beep. So I'm glad that didn't happen tonight. Thank you very much. Say again?